Welcome to The Last of Us 2. It's Abyss, and in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 ways The Last of Us Part 2 gameplay improves from the original. Now remember to hit that like button and subscribe to help support the channel. First up is the infinite Switchblade. In the original Last of Us, there was one way to kill a clicker. Craft a shiv, creep up, and stab it in the neck, having using that in tight situations. The Last of Us Part 2 will not use shivs, and Ellie will use a switchblade to down enemies instead. Unlike shivs, Ellie's switchblade is unbreakable, so Naughty Dog ramped up the challenge of killing infected AI. You will need to move ever so slowly when approaching a clicker to close in on them. Clickers are a lot faster than they were in the previous game, so messing up is way more deadlier. So this is nice that the Switchblade is unbreakable since this is her signature weapon, but on the other hand, we need to be careful in areas with infected AI. Next up, Ellie can now swim. Ellie can swim for herself now. In the first game, Ellie was unable to swim in The Last of Us. She relied on Joel to squeeze in between the pipes and the walls to find a wood pallet to throw down to her. Ellie can now swim, so puzzles surrounding pallets are gone. You will have a rope to swing across gaps or to reach higher ledges. So the story will be 5 years later after the events from the first game, and Ellie is now 19 years old. So sometime within the 5 years she learned how to swim. I really hope they do some sort of flashback just before a swimming section, maybe with Joel throwing her in the water, teaching her how to swim. I would like some sort of flashback, not just all of a sudden she knows how to swim. Next, Ellie Can Jump. The biggest addition to the gameplay is a dedicated jump button. Having a jump button will help you leap over gaps, hop over fences, or reach higher ledges. This allows you to get to a higher vantage point to scope out hostile areas or to simply explore the world to find more supplies. Seeing as Ellie is much younger a character than Joel, it makes sense for her to be more agile. Naughty Dog has confirmed that the added offer the ability to make the levels more open, which should help you make each decision feel like it matters more. This design approach means players could miss out on certain plots if they don't take enough time to explore more. Next, Ellie can also go prone. You can drop to the ground by holding circle. This will allow her to hide under cars or use tall grasses as cover against her enemies, quickly breaking a line of sight, crawling through small passage, or keeping a low profile. The prone option will drastically change stealth. Ellie can now lay prone on the ground and crawl to move around. While in this position, the player will have access to all of their weapons, items, crafting, and everything while in that position. This will create so many opportunities in gameplay. However, here's an example. The enemy AI can detect Ellie if they check under a truck. They can pull her out from underneath and try to kill her. I've seen situations where they will call out when you go into the tall grass. So even though you can go prone, you still have to be careful. Next is another move Ellie can do is dodge. One of Ellie's new ability allows her to dodge incoming close attacks. Similar to how Resident Evil 3 added the dodge mechanic, probably one of the best features Resident Evil has ever added. This feature will be critical when you're fighting multiple enemies at the same time. Developer has said, with the dodge and anytime you're in a scuffle, you will have a chance to get away or to counterattack. The option to escape is always available. Sometimes you just gotta run, especially when there are way too many enemies. Dodging enemies' gunfire or a swing from a machete, you can use the mechanic to avoid taking damage rather than blocking. Dodging is especially handy when evading surprise stalker attacks, or just to avoid that instant killing grab animation from clickers. Dodging should make you feel far more confident in any combat scenario. Alright, those are the 5 ways that The Last of Us Part 2 gameplay improves from the original. Stay tuned for more of The Last of Us gameplay, updates, guides, and more. Other than that, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel, and I will see you next time.